Is there a method we can use to talk to our revered ancestors or even poke some divinities? Yes, there is a systematically prod yourself practice that will bring about lifelong relationships with definite life-altering experiences. Watch our video to the end to discover these methods. The title is A Life-Altering Experience, which is done once every month. What is this life-altering system? This process may be repeated once every month for life and even in preparation unto death. If you wish to practice this most life-changing experience, let us identify it first and say it is only beneficial if put into practice. Our ancestors said, don't wait for your peers, don't wait for an audience, do not wait for a sign in the sky, and do not wait even for inspiration. Dedicate yourself to this gift guaranteed unto us by a man. The Bible copied this life-altering ritual, yet billions of melanin-dominant human beings who follow Christianity, Judaism, and Islam condemn this process as forbidden, as evil, as sin, or as of the devil, oblivious to the fact that in the Bible this is mentioned 35 times in maybe 38 verses. Christianity, Islam, Judaism, and general Western culture has worked very hard to make sure we never appreciate this system. But here is what you need: home brewed beer, wawa. You also need spring water, ritualized non-metal containers or bowls or cups. And the choice of the liquid depends on what you want to invoke and why you are invoking whatever you want to achieve. Where can you do it? You can do it into the ground, which we call earthing, on or around a shrine or personal altar, huva, on the ground in front of a shrine, at the doorsteps of your house, on a living plant, into a receptacle which is on the floor but symbolizes the ground or the earth, on the street in front of a venue, as it's a football match or any other practice that you want to infuse this power. Time preferred before sunrise or just after sunset. What is this process or system? It is sadaka, mudiro, idini, umnikelo wokupuzwa, libation in English. The writer Kimani S.K. Nehusu, in his book Libation, says libation in Africa is a ritual of heritage, a drink offering to honor and please the Creator. Very, very interesting. Because remember what we have said about the Creator, and that's what he said. This is the purpose of libation. That's what he's saying. To please the Creator. Very, very interesting from the philosophical perspective that we come from as Marifado. Then also to please the divinities, yes. Our sacred ancestors, yes. Sacred ancestors are the ones we also call revered ancestors. Humans present and not present, as well as the environment. It can be used against wickedness or evil, or against those who have misused you or abused you. This is the purpose and the general purpose of mudiro or sadaka or idini or umnikelo okupuzwa. Libation. Libation is an African form of prayer, an invocation that involves pouring a liquid or water or spirits onto the earth while it's verbally calling upon the assistance from the realm of the spirit for manifestation in reality. Symbolic of how the rain from the sky fertilizes the earth for life and the growth. You can go to this website to read more. Libation is an effective African telepathic-like system that sends messages into the divine realm. You use a liquid like what we have already shown. You use wine, honey, which is poured from a vessel, which is a jug or a bowl onto the earth. It is done normally even on the grave or during burial or just before going to war. Libation is a powerful form of prayer. Pour it, they will come. We want to give you a prayer that you can tweak and you can repeat as you pour your libation every month. And you can do it very, very often, not only once a month. This is an ancestral invocation prayer. My uplifted ancestors, guides, fierce protectors, and skilled healers, please stand with me. Here you say your name, the general name, and you attach your totems to that general name. Child of, then you utter your parents, your mother and father's names that were known generally on the earth and their totems. Be with me in this moment and guide me along my road with a cool head and a clear mind. Now, if you know more ancestors, revered ancestors, it's worthwhile to call them there. Even if they are 50, even if they are 3, even if they are 1 million, you have to call them there after calling your parents. I am a root of your root. Now this attaches to that which you have already called upon in the first instance. Soil of your soil, bone of your bone, and blood of your blood. Not deaf to our sincere cries, nor blind to our honest placations. Keep the gifts of perfect health, wealth, and prosperity close, so that we may honor and grow your legacy. I have not forgotten my commitment to our lineage or bloodline or totems, and I vow to never forget. Thank you. You say this prayer in your mother tongue, not in English, unless you don't have a mother tongue. This is from the afromystic.com. I say, read it, go to this website and read a lot of stuff that is there. Libation is also a form of consecration. You can consecrate your departed honorable ancestors if you feel they need consecration. You can also consecrate the divinities and symbols that you have in your life, even yourself. In this way, you raise their soul, their car, and infuse it, and awake it, and remind it, and claim it, because it is yours. It means that when you do libation, you remember those who have passed on, your grandmother, fathers, grandmothers, and grandfathers, aunts, uncles, brothers and sisters, husbands and wives, siblings, and of course, friends. Thus, libation is a fundamental aspect, if not a rite, to be performed almost daily. Pouring out libation is an ancient African practice, as shown here. We have got a teaching from the book of Coming Forth Day, Parutema, which says, pour libations for your father and mother who rest in the valley of the dead. Do not forget to do this even when you are away from home. For as you do for your parents, your children will do for you also. Joseph K. Ajay has successfully captured the intricacies of libation in Akan society by presenting it as a form of poetic meta-communication. Others have already started a company called Meta. They know it's a communication company. They know the power of poetic meta-communication. It's very, very interesting. Do you need faith for libation to be operative? No, not at all. In fact, libation is a marker of African or melanin dominant identity. Libation is you talking to yourself, to your ancestors. They brought you into life. Do you need faith then to verify if you had ancestors? No, you don't need faith. It is given. It is our identity. It is our symbol. It is our cultural heritage all over the earth. Not only in Kemet, anywhere all over the earth. It is vested with spiritual knowledge, spiritual power, spiritual benefits, and spiritual continuity, which we need, or ancestral congruence, spiritual congruence. In fact, libation is a marker of melanin dominant identity. This ritual makes a profound difference on where you stand. These are in ancestral congruence. These are lost. These are blind. They do not know that they are lost. They are following rituals that have nothing to do with our identity. They are lost souls. In one are those who like real thinkers, pour libation to Mother Earth, right? In constant reverence. And on the other hand, there are others like aliens, melanin dominant human beings who use melanin recessive thinking like this. Hence, they see this planet as an object to be used to satiate unnatural, grotesque desires. Where do you stand yourself? Christians have contempt on libation, yet it is there in their Bible. You read Genesis 35, 13 to 15, Jacob poured libation on a stone. There are about 35 verses where libation is taught and practiced. There are many examples. We can go into it. Many examples. I think we'll do a video about that. We have given here a website where you can go and read verses that teach about libation, right? Whether to your ancestors or to divinities, it's there in the Bible. Now, as a rule, we pour our libation to spirits that are in some way linked to us through bloodlines, through apprenticeship and a birthright. In other words, if it is an aspect of melanin dominant human beings and you want that gift and you want them to work with you, you pour libation and you ask them to work with you. So let's say you want a Caribbean or some other tribe somewhere, their gift, you like it, and you like that, you pour libation to get, not for you to become a Christian, a Jew, or a Muslim. That is heresy. It's not allowed. So we want to end by saying what Amenuti Inama said: when we have learned this and mastered pouring libation, then we shall enter into the gates of the ancestors and behold the faces of the divinities. To learn more, so you can master personal libations as well as communal libation or any other type of libation, get in touch. Send us an email on join@marifado.com. This preacher Rabbi Elem Dwizulu saying subscribe to our channel Kamiti Iburu Ethics. Until we meet again, Tatenda, Siabonga, Edupe, Enkos. Have a great life-changing libational ritual and practice. Amen.